Today we're going to delve into the shadows of your daily life, exposing the habits that sabotage your potential. You may not see them, but they are there, hidden, chipping away at your resolve, eroding your ability to take full control of your life. You see, a true Stoic doesn't just battle the obvious flaws. They wage war against the subtle, unnoticed enemies within. Make sure to watch the whole video without skipping any part to understand the true wisdom in this video. Now let's begin. Number 1. Constant distraction. We live in an age where distraction is available at every turn, but let me ask you this. When was the last time you sat in silence, completely alone with your thoughts, without the need to reach for your phone or seek some external stimulation? The habit of distraction is more than a modern problem. It's an age-old barrier to inner peace. Marcus Aurelius warned us against this when he wrote in his Meditations, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." Your inability to confront stillness, to be at peace without external noise, robs you of the clarity that comes from introspection. Every time you choose distraction over reflection, you delay your growth. A Stoic understands that true wisdom is found not in the noise, but in the silence of self-examination. Distraction is the enemy of that wisdom. Number 2. Overindulgence in comfort. We crave comfort. Soft beds, warm food, the ease of routine. But comfort comes at a cost. Seneca wrote, "Show me that the good life does not consist in its length, but in its quality." Comfort makes you complacent, and in complacency, you lose the edge that prepares you for life's inevitable hardships. What happens when the comfortable world you've created for yourself crumbles? Will you have the strength to endure, or will your spirit be too weak, too accustomed to ease? A true Stoic practices voluntary discomfort, preparing themselves for the inevitable trials ahead. This is the essence of self-discipline. The more you indulge in comfort, the more you distance yourself from your potential strength. Comfort dulls your edge, hardship sharpens it. Number 3. Seeking validation. One of the most pervasive and unnoticed habits is the constant pursuit of validation. You may not realize it, but every time you seek approval, every time you base your actions on what others think, you lose a piece of your autonomy. Epictetus, the master of inner freedom, warned, "When someone criticizes you, remember, he is not criticizing you, but the image he has of you, and this image comes from his own mind." Understand this. People's opinions of you are a reflection of their own thoughts, not a judgment of your worth. When you chase validation, you allow others to control your sense of value. A Stoic finds their validation within. You must cultivate the ability to stand strong in your decisions, in your actions, without the need for external applause. Validation from others is fleeting. Your own self-worth, grounded in Stoic principles, is eternal. Number 4. Emotional reactivity. You feel it in the heat of the moment, anger, frustration, a surge of emotion that demands to be released. But reacting out of emotion is weakness, a failure to control the one thing a Stoic truly owns, the mind. "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," said Seneca. And isn't that true? Most of the emotional storms we face are self-inflicted. Reacting emotionally is a habit that leaves you vulnerable. Each time you let anger or fear guide your actions, you give away your power. To the Stoic, emotions are signals, not commanders. They can alert you to something, but they do not have the right to dictate your behavior. In those moments of emotional turbulence, you must step back, breathe, and let reason take control. The true test of fortitude is not how you act when things are calm, but how you respond in the storm. Number 5. Complaining. We all do it. Complain about the weather, the traffic, the unfairness of life. But complaining is a slow poison, draining your energy and spirit. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When you complain, you focus on the obstacle rather than the opportunity. Complaining is an act of surrender, an admission that you cannot handle what life throws at you. But the Stoic knows better. Every obstacle, every difficulty is a chance to practice virtue, to grow in strength. Instead of complaining, ask yourself, how can I rise above this? Complaining leads to helplessness. Action leads to fortitude. Number 6, procrastination. It's easy to put things off, isn't it? There's always tomorrow, always later. But procrastination is a thief of time. Epictetus made it clear. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. When you procrastinate, you are telling yourself that the present moment is not important, but the truth is, it's all you have. A Stoic understands the fleeting nature of time and does not squander it. Each task delayed is a moment of potential wasted. Procrastination may seem harmless, but it is a habit that erodes your discipline, weakens your resolve. Act now, for tomorrow is never promised. Number 7, fear of failure. Fear holds you back. It whispers lies, telling you that you are not ready, that you might fail, and that failure is the worst thing that could happen. But the Stoics knew better. Seneca stated, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Failure is not something to avoid, it is something to embrace. Each failure is a step toward mastery, a lesson that no success can teach. Fear of failure keeps you trapped in mediocrity, never daring, never growing. But a Stoic knows that true strength comes from daring to fail and using each failure as fuel for growth. You do not fear failure, you fear stagnation. And it's stagnation that will destroy you, not failure. Number 8, overcommitment. You pride yourself on being busy, on saying yes to every opportunity, but overcommitment is a subtle trap, one that leaves you spread too thin to give your best to anything. Seneca warned us, be wary of the man who is too busy to finish his tasks. Overcommitment steals your focus, your energy, and your ability to prioritize what truly matters. A Stoic understands that it is better to do a few things well than many things poorly. You must learn to say no to protect your time and energy for the pursuits that align with your values. Otherwise, you'll find yourself overwhelmed, exhausted, and unable to give your best to anything. Number 9, holding grudges. Resentment is a poison that harms you far more than the one who wronged you. Marcus Aurelius advised, "It is in your power to return good for evil." Holding a grudge keeps you anchored to the past, to the pain and injustice you suffered. But a Stoic knows that true strength lies in letting go. You do not forgive because the other person deserves it. You forgive because it frees you. When you hold on to resentment, you allow the past to control your present. A Stoic releases this burden not for others, but for their own peace of mind. Grudges are chains that bind you to the very thing you wish to escape. Break those chains, and you will find freedom. Number 10, avoiding solitude. In a world that glorifies constant connection, solitude has become something to fear. But solitude is not isolation, it is where a Stoic finds their true strength. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." In solitude, you confront yourself, the real self, without distractions, without masks. It is in these moments that you can reflect, grow, and strengthen your mind. Yet many avoid solitude, filling their lives with busyness to escape the discomfort of being alone. But a Stoic knows that only in solitude can you truly know yourself. Solitude is not something to fear, it is something to seek. These habits are the silent enemies of your potential. They hide in the corners of your daily life, unnoticed yet powerful. But as a Stoic, it is your duty to uncover them, to wage war against them, and to reclaim your inner power. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The habits may seem harmless, but they are eroding your strength, your discipline, and your fortitude. Break them and you will unleash the true power within. Now is the time to take control, not tomorrow, not later, But now, you are a Stoic. You are the master of your fate. Good day.